worms live underground and eat soil. They range in size from one mold. Mold, like mushrooms, is a moss. Moss is a short green plant that grows everywhere. Moss grows on tree trunks, rocks, and moist ground. Moss is super soft and feels like a carpet when you walk on it. Truffle. A truffle is a...
You think that's the right specimen? If so, just click on the microscope on the floor.
Ready, Botley? Hold on tight. It is some ride, I'm told.
It's a far better thing, Arthur! If you chose the right specimen, the object Polly hid should be somewhere inside that giant molecular thingamabob up there. You just have to bat me into that stuff until it's revealed. Click on the mouse button to launch me into inner space, then use the mouse to move the magnet. I can't stay small forever, though, so try to get through the molecules before I return to my regular size. I won't last more than 10 rounds in here, so you have to work quick. Click on the mouse to launch me.
You didn't fuck with your drawers, did you? Did you not straighten every day? Like, that's messed up. Basic the goals in the world is if you're not cleaning every day, even if you're a really clean person, you don't clean every day. You know that?
We found it! Just pick up the clue and add it to the inventory. We've collected all the mission clues, but we're a little short in the invention point department. We need 1,000 total. We could always go back to the first floor, play a game, and scoop up some more invention points. That was the last of Polly's mission clues, but we'll never be able to work the time machine if we don't... Feel like browsing through the virtual collection? Just click on the machine, or go to the gallery in the back if you feel like creating your own work.
Just make sure you leave everything the way you...
What's the matter? Your sensors need tuning? There's no clue in here.
But if you insist on browsing the collection, I did hide some invention points in one of the works. We need a clue. Quick, Snotley, what U.S. state is famous for its peaches?
Peaches from Georgia are famous all around the world. And Georgia happens to be the first name of an artist whose portrait I love. Let's go.
This is a device that Professor Spark invented to display all the great works of art he knows and loves, without actually having to fork over the big bucks to buy them himself. It's all done with computers. What else? Luckily, that makes it easier to find the invention points that Polly hid here. First, you need to select the work of art that matches Polly's hint. See that drum on the right side of the machine? That displays tiny pictures of all the works in the collection. If you click on any of the pictures, Mrs. Beasley will tell you a little bit about it and help you decide if it's the work you want to see. After Mrs. Beasley is finished, you can click on it again to see the work on the professor's digital display. Fortunately, Mrs. Beasley has also neatly arranged all the works of art into categories. She's really kind of a neat freak. If the work you want isn't on the display, pull this lever to check out a different category. Mrs. Beasley, can you remind my friend about which of the professor's works of art we're looking for?
You're looking for a portrait of an artist named Georgia.
So you should begin by selecting the correct category. But be careful which work you send to the digital display, because each time you do, it will use up some of the energy that's vital to running things around here. Of course, if we get low, we can always run down to the electric generator to juice up.
This landscape painting of a stormy sea is really a seascape, not a lap. This artist grew up studying the river valley where he grew up. His realistic landscape painting. This still life with apples was painted by Cézanne. This is a Dutch still life. 300 years. This is a still life of a plate of fish. Nothing strange there. But isn't it odd how the plate seems to float in the air? This mosaic of Alexander the Great was made by... This is an example of a typical American quilt. Quilts were often made by groups of women in quilting bees. This piece of decorated pottery is called porcelain. Porcelain was first in... This is a portrait of the artist Georgia O'Keeffe. Her paintings are beautiful, and so is this photograph. Over time, photographs have become the most popular way of capturing a person's portrait. This portrait is a photograph of one of America's most important artists, Georgia O'Keeffe, standing in front of one of her beautiful paintings. Did you notice the regal profile of her face? Georgia O'Keeffe moved to New Mexico and began painting mysterious images of the desert landscape around her.
Hey, that was a lucky guess. And according to Polly's Book of Rules, which was written by yours truly, lucky guesses don't count. So there. No, you'll have to work a lot harder than that to win.
That's not fair, Polly. If that's the right work of art, you can't just change the rules like that.
You can't change the rules like that. Well, guess what, Blotley? It's my house and my missions, and you play how I say. Now I say, solve this.
Uh-oh. It's a puzzle Polly thinks only she's smart enough to finish. But I think you can do it too. You just have to line up the tiles so that all their sides match. Click on any puzzle piece to lift it off the display. Then click on any other piece and they'll change places. All the pieces aren't right side up though, so sometimes you'll have to rotate them. You can do that by hitting the rotate button right there at the bottom of the display. While you're playing, Mrs. Beasley will tell you stuff about what you're looking at. She knows everything there is to know about the works of art Polly used to create this puzzle.
Oh, this is a beautiful puzzle filled with things made by Native Americans. Some of my favorite pieces are here.
Nice going. Terrific. Now put it into your... We've got everything we need to complete this mission. And since time is of the utmost importance, let's get to the time machine immediately.